Long ago, not too far from here, there lived a man named Daniel. Daniel was about 40 years old. He had a wife. He had children. People saw him as a good man. But inside him, there was trouble. Daniel had a quiet face, but his heart was full of noise. Two voices always spoke to him. One voice said, "Forgive, be patient, love your family." But the other voice said, "Fight, hurt them, do not listen to anyone." Daniel was always thinking. He wanted peace, but the devil's voice was louder. One night, Daniel got very angry. He picked up a knife. He wanted to hurt someone. His hands were shaking. His heart was hot. Then everything became dark. Daniel opened his eyes. He was not in his room. He was in a strange place. The ground was red. The sky was black. The place was quiet and scary. Then he heard a footstep. Two people came to him. One wore white. His face was soft. The other wore black. His eyes were sharp. The one in white said, "I am the good voice in your heart." The one in black said,
"I am the evil voice in your heart."
Then they both said, "Welcome to your heart." Daniel looked around. He saw many doors and paths. The good voice said, "Come, let us show you what is inside." First, they entered the room of lust. Daniel saw himself with other women. He forgot his wife. He forgot his children. His family faded away. Daniel cried. But the evil voice laughed. Next was the room of hunger. Daniel saw himself shouting. He was fighting with his wife. His children was afraid. He looked like a demon. He shouted, "Stop! I don't want to see this!" Then he walked into a room of greed. Daniel was lying, stealing. He betrayed his best friend, and then his friend died. Daniel dropped to the ground. He cried, "Why is this happening?" The good voice said, "This is the evil in your heart, but it is not too late." Then a final door appeared. It was written, "Room of Choice." Daniel was shaking. He walked slowly into the room. Inside the room of choice, the place was quiet. There was only one thing, a mirror. Daniel looked inside the mirror. He saw himself, but this Daniel was holding a knife. The evil voice said,
"This is who you are. You always choose evil."
The good voice said, "No, you can still change." Daniel hit his head. He cried, "I am tired. I am lost." Then the room changed. He saw pictures from his past. His mother praying. His wife smiling. His children playing. He also saw the bad things, the lies, the pain, the anger. His mother's voice came back to him, "My son, your heart is your future." Suddenly, A small boy walked into the room. It was Daniel. He said, "Daddy, please listen to the voice." Daniel dropped the knife. He fell down and cried, "God, help me!" Light filled the room. The black sky became bright. The evil voice disappeared. Then Daniel opened his eyes. He was back in his room. The knife was on the ground. His wife stood near him. His children were safe. Daniel hugged them. Tears ran from his eyes. He said, "I saw it all inside my heart. But peace comes when you follow your good voice." This is the story of Daniel. This is a story of heart. This is a story of choice. The devil is not far. He lives in the heart. But God also lives there. From today, I will follow the good voice. Daniel changed his life. He asked for forgiveness. He helped others. He told stories. He said, "Your heart is a place of war." The journey is not yet over, because Daniel thought it was a dream. He thought it ended when he woke up, but deep down, his heart was still fighting. A louder voice started whispering. He said, "Daniel, Daniel."
They still don't understand you.
It was the bad voice, and Daniel was weak again. He started thinking, maybe I should give up. Maybe I should just do what I want. Maybe the world is too dark to be good. That is when he sat alone in the silence of his room and felt the same feeling again. Inside his chest, a door opened. He entered again inside his heart, but this time it was darker, quicker, and colder. The good voice was not speaking. It was quiet, sitting in corner, wondered. Daniel asked, "Why are you not stopping me?" The good voice said gently, "You have already chosen. I cannot force you." And from behind, the bad voice laughed.
You see, you are free now. No one will stop you. Come, Daniel. We have work to do.
Daniel followed, and he did terrible things. He broke hearts. He lied. He stole again. He fought again. He left the path. But something happened. Until one day, Daniel felt nothing. No guilt, no love, no joy, just darkness. He called the good voice. Nothing answered. He cried. He shouted. He hit his chest and said, "Where are you? I want to change." Then, silent, but a small voice whispered again, "I was always here, waiting." He wept. He screamed. He asked for mercy. And suddenly, the wall of his heart cracked. The darkness started to shake. And the light began to shine in again. The good voice rose up, but it was weaker than before. And the bad voice was not going without a fight. Inside Daniel's heart, a final battle began. Not outside, not with people, not with weapons, but inside. Thought versus thought, love versus hate, light versus darkness, voice versus voice. Daniel fought hard. Every time he chose to forgive, the light grew. Every time he resisted temptation, the bad voice faded. Every time he prayed, the good voice became clearer. But finally, one day, Daniel opened his eyes again. His heart was stained. For the first time in many years, he felt peace. He smiled and whispered, "I understand now. My heart is where my life began. I must guide it. I must train it. I must listen to the right voice, because inside every man there live a demon, and there live a guide, and the one you feed is the one your heart is the heart of your spirit. Your peace is the reward of your obedience. Your freedom is not outside, it is within. Choose the voice of good, feed it with truth, walk with it in pain and joy, and no matter what the devil says, you are never too far to return. Even though Daniel had learned to follow the good voice, he still felt something dark in the corner of his heart. Sometimes at night, when the wind blew through the trees, he would hear whispers, soft, cold, whisper that did not belong to him. You are weak, you will fail, why try? Daniel chief, he knew those were the lies of the dark voice, the voice that wanted him to give up. But now, he understood the battle had not ended. The earth is a battlefield. Every day, new shadow tried to creep in. One evening, Daniel walked alone near the old forest outside his village. The trees were tall and twisted, and their shadow danced like a strange fingers on the ground. The villager told stories about this forest. They said it was alive with spirit that tested the heart of men. Daniel did not believe it at first, but tonight he felt the air grow heavily. A cold wind blew past him, and he heard it again.
You are not enough. You will fall.
Daniel's heart raced. He whispered to himself, "Heart, I will not listen. I choose light." But the whisper grew louder. They came from all directions. Shape moved between the trees, shape with no height, but full of hunger. Daniel felt fear. Playing at him, his leg troubled, but he remembered the lessons he had learned. No one will fight for your heart more than you. He breathed deeply and began to pray quietly. The good voice inside him spoke softly. Do not run. Stand. Fear cannot enter where light lives. Daniel cleansed his feet and stepped forward. The forest seemed to twist around him. Shadow formed into fingers. Tall, thin, silent. They reached for him with hands made of smoke and cold. Daniel heard talk. "Leave me!" he shouted. The dark finger eased and circled in. One leaned close and whispered, "You will fail. Your heart is weak. You cannot hold the light." Daniel's knees almost gave way. He remembered all the time he had fallen. The time he had listened to the dark voice and almost lost himself, but he also remembered the good voice, the one that never left him. "I am stronger than you," Daniel said aloud. "You do not live in me. I am the master of my heart." The shadow recalled as he burned by fire. The wind screamed through the forest like a wild animal, but Daniel kept moving. Each step was a promise to his heart. Suddenly, a voice called out in the darkness, not the good voice, but another softer voice, troubling and distant.
"Daniel, help us, save us."
Daniel paused. The darkness parted slightly, and he saw faint shapes in the distance. Children, perhaps lost souls, their eyes glimmered with fear and sadness. He realized the forest was not only trying to trap him, it was feeding on fear, using it to trap other hearts too. "I will help you," Daniel whispered. "I will not let you be swallowed by darkness." He walked towards the fronting figures, and the shadow lunged at him. He struck the hand with his hands, and for each strike, a small light shone from his chest. The light green, surrounding the children, protecting them. Daniel led the lost children out of the forest. When they reached the edge, the village light shone like stars. The children vanished into the night, leaving Daniel alone. He felt exhausted, his body troubling, but his heart glowing with peace. Every art to say begin with your home, the good voice whisper. Daniel realized the forest had tested him not only to protect himself but to teach him the greatest lesson. Whispers, and Daniel noticed other things changing. Sometime when he walked through the village, he saw people carry heavy heart, anger, fear, sadness. He wanted to help, but he remembered the words, "No one will fight for your heart more than you." He learned that he could not carry everyone's darkness, but he could show them the path. A kind word, a smile, a moment of listening, those were light he could give. And the more he gave, the stronger his heart became. But the dark voice never left. It watched him from corners, from whispers, from sudden feeling of doubt. One night, Daniel dreamed a terrible dream. He was in a house made of mirrors, each reflecting the worst thing he had done, the lies he had believed, the fear he had felt. Shadow crept along the walls, growing taller, sharper. "You cannot escape me," the dark voice hissed. Daniel was an old man now. His hair was silver, but his eyes still clear. He thought he had seen every trick of the dark voice. He was wrong. It began on a night when no stars shone. The sky was like a black cloth. The wind was silent. Even the dogs in the village did not bark. Daniel lay in bed listening to the stillness. Then he heard it, not outside, inside, a whisper, colder than he had ever been.
"It is almost over, Daniel, and you have wasted my life."
Daniel sat up. "That is a lie." The voice laughed softly.
You are old. You have done nothing that matters. When you die, no one will remember.
Daniel's chest hot. He thought of the people he had helped, the children he had guided, the art he had encouraged. But the dark voice began showing him visions, empty chairs where people had left him, mistake he had made, prayer unanswered. The voice said,
No, all you did was small.
For the first time in many years, Daniel felt fear, like when he was young. The darkness in the room seemed to grow heavier, pressing against his skin. He felt tired, not tired of body, but tired of soul. The good voice was quiet, too quiet. Daniel's hand shook. "Where are you?" he whispered. Then, faintly, he heard, "I am here. But you must stand. Daniel, you must remember." Daniel closed his eyes. He began to speak aloud. "I remember the forest of whisper. I remember the river of regret. I remember the house of broken doors. I remember the stranger with two faces. Each time I chose light, each time you told me the truth. And the truth is, I am not forgotten. My life has not been wasted. Every small good thing was a seed." The darkness in the room shifted, calling like a smoke. The voice grinned.
But you are weak now. You cannot fight anymore.
Daniel stood, his old knees trembling. "I am whole," he said, "but the heart does not grow weak. You cannot win. Not now, not ever." And then it happened. A warmth began to grow in his chest, not a sudden fire, but a steady gloom, like a sun rising. The good voice spoke stronger. "Well done, Daniel. You have guarded your heart. The darkness cannot stay." The blackness in the room pulled back, fading into nothing. Though the window, the first star appeared, then another, then the whole sky was full of them. In the weeks that followed, Daniel felt deep peace. He knew his time on earth was short, but he was not afraid. He still walked through the village each morning, greeting people, listening to their troubles, reminding them of the same lessons he had lived. Protect your heart, choose light, and when you fall, rise again. One evening, as the sun was setting, Daniel walked once more to the edge of the old forest. There were only shadows. He sat under the great tree, closed his eyes, and listened. The good voice was there, clear as water.
It is time to rest, Daniel. He smiled. I'm ready. He breathed slowly. He's breathing slow. The wind in the tree sounded like gentle singing. When he opened his eyes again, he was standing. Daniel's body grew weaker as the day passed, but his heart was strong. The villager noticed that his steps were slower, his voice softer, yet his eyes still carried the light. He spent his last day sitting outside his small home, speaking with everyone who came near. Guard your heart, he would say. That is the greatest treasure you will ever keep. One cool evening, Daniel asked a young boy to walk with him to the old forest. They stopped at the same great tree where Daniel had once fought the darkness. He sat down. Look at the fading light of the sun. Do not be afraid when the light comes. He told the boy, if you have chosen the good voice, even the night will be full of stars. The small boy smiled, but he saw Daniel's hands troubling. Are you tired? The boy asked. Yes, but it is good kind of tired. He lay back against the tree, closed his eyes, and took a slow breath. The air was cool. The wind in the leaves sounded like a soft song. Then Daniel heard it. The good voice, clear and warm. It is time to come home, Daniel. He smiled. His last words were quiet but strong. I have kept my heart. And with that, his breath stopped. His face was peaceful. The boy sat beside him, holding his hands, until the star filled the sky. The villager buried him under that same great tree. They carved his words into the wood. Guard your heart, choose light. And so Daniel's heart was at rest, and his story lived on, not in fear, not in darkness, but in the light he has chosen all his life.
A battle hidden out of sight. Tears fall down, but no one sees. The real war is inside of me. Inside my heart,